All right, well, member states have reaffirmed their determination to continue the joint fight against terrorism, separatism and extremism, as well as against the illicit trafficking of narcotic drugs, psychotropic substances and their precursors, arms smuggling and other forms of transnational organized crime as well. All right, we'll continue to talk about a number of facets that are emerging out of the SCO. But Dr. Ajay Dua, this is an important format. It's an important forum. India, of course, has faced a lot of heat in the past few days for its purchase of Russian oil. But on paper, we have not done anything wrong. It's a sovereign decision by a sovereign country which has met all legal requirements to purchase oil from another sovereign country as well. A lot of this, a lot of it is being in fact blown out of proportion, especially by the American and the European media, and countered by the media at home and of course elsewhere that understand the complexity. But do you think going forward the economic impacts, regardless of the success of the SCO, is undeniable?
Thank you, Vinay. I'm pretty sure that the very demonstration of Russia, China, and India being on the same page and accommodating one another's concern, and the cross-border terrorism resolution is actually was India's concern, something which in the last meeting which was held and which was attended by our defense minister, Rajnath Singh, when the Prime Minister couldn't attend, he did not. The resolution was not passed because all resolutions there are passed by consensus. That means unanimity. But this time, India had let it be known that they would like the condemnation of the Pahalgam incident as well as cross-border terrorism, which it has been facing since way back 1984. So that, I think, is showing the common mutual accommodation which the two leaders, basically, though there are 20 participants, and that includes large countries like Saudi Arabia also, and of course any number of allies of Russia and China from Central Asia and elsewhere also in the picture. But the fact that this was carried through shows that there is a determination amongst them to be seen as being on the same page, and that would send a very strong message to the European Union as well as to the United States that if these three countries can be together on issues which were contentious and which hitherto had not seen synchronization of views, that the things have changed since then. Having said that, not dealing with the purchase of Russian oil by India, I see absolutely nothing wrong which India has done. India has helped the world maintain a stability in the prices of oil, something which was recognized not by India, but by, if you will recall, Janet Yellen, the Treasury Secretary, ex-Treasury Secretary under Mr. Biden, when she said that India's purchase of oil has at a lower price has brought about stability in the world market, and we have made sure that, meaning rather than saying made sure, we are for it and we have supported it. If this comes out of the Treasury Secretary of the US, the next government and their mouthpieces, that's all I call Mr. Peter Navarro, who was earlier a director, was a bureaucrat under Mr. Trump in the last administration, is now just voicing what Mr. Trump cannot say himself so loudly, calling it India's war in Ukraine. And India is doing such and such thing. I think he's called us names again last evening, something or the other. He's being used just to voice those. So having said that, I would say Mr. Modi has done extremely well by taking a stance that we will buy from where it suits us. If the Americans are willing to match the price, including the logistic price, because we have to look at the price at which what goes out of our pocket, I'm sure we would have absolutely no hesitation to even buy the American crude. In fact, if you see that during the current year, 2025, the US has become the 5th largest supplier of crude to India already, from being 10th last year in 2024, because we find that it's convenient. Let the market prevail, and the European Union, which itself has bought so much of energy from the US, much more than us. The dependence of, we'll see that in the winter again, the amount of gas the European Union will buy. The last year it bought a hell of a lot to keep itself out of getting frozen, particularly as far as Germany, the pipeline was used. So point I'm just trying to make is, let nobody cast stones when they themselves are doing exactly the same thing, and probably at a much higher scale than before.
For more such videos, subscribe to the Newsx YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.